Yo, what's going on? It's Keith from Black Quarterback Series, and today we're going to talk about Dallas first. So let's get into it.
Update us on your health and your hamstring right now.
Yeah, I mean, got to get it looked at. Felt it, I guess the third play that I was in on the little scramble to the left. Felt it, didn't think much of it, to be honest with you. And then the next play, throwing that the stop route to the field, pulled something. I guess felt a pull or felt something I've never felt. Asked, could I make it worse? At that point, they said I wouldn't be able to protect myself, and they made the call to hold me out.
So, I guess we'll give Dak Prescott's numbers. I don't think it really matters in the grand scheme of things, but Dak Prescott was 18 for 24, 133 yards and a touchdown. Dallas needs to start rebuilding. Because you're going to end up spending way too much money. You're already spending too much money on Dak Prescott, who's hurt now and is not very good. Michael Parsons, who is hurt right now, and CeeDee Lamb, who I think is also nicked up and hurt right now. So when you look at your three best players, you're like, I do want to contend with them. Also, Zeke was suspended. That really doesn't do anything for me because it's not like Zeke was that good to begin with this year. So I think it's time to figure this out. You shouldn't have signed Dak Prescott to that big contract because he didn't do anything for you, and he wasn't going to do anything for you. We know what Dak Prescott is now. He's a middle-of-the-road, okay, worst version of Kirk Cousins. I think it was established that we know what he is now. So just a poor decision. Dallas doesn't really care about winning. They can say they care about winning, but at the end of the day, the results do not say they care about winning, because if you care about winning, Mike McCarthy wouldn't be the coach. Jerry Jones wouldn't be going on the radio getting mad at radio people, talking about y'all don't know what we're going to do and we need to do this, blah, blah, blah. He would put somebody in there that know football and he would get the heck out the way. He's not going to get out the way because that's how Jerry Jones is. You're not going to win until Jerry Jones is with, do white folks say ancestors? With his people that are not here no more. So until he gives up some type of power. That's the only way Dallas is going to win. This roster is really, really good. This is I wouldn't say great, but this is a good roster. There's no reason they should be as bad as they are. But it's Dallas. It's Big D. So that's just what Dallas is. And I'm sure we're gonna get on TV tomorrow or Monday. They're gonna be defending Dallas or talking crazy about Dallas, and their fans still think they can win the Super Bowl. So, Dallas is done. This might be the last time you hear me talking about Dallas this year, or maybe until something crazy happens. So I don't know. This probably be my last time I talk about Dallas, but I had to get that off. So until Dallas makes any big changes, this is the last time I'm going to even give these boys credit. So going from an unserious football team to a serious football team, the Baltimore Ravens, and they goofy in their own type of way. So Lamar Jackson was 16 for 19, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns. Henry rushed for 106 yards, 2 touchdowns in his account. Zay Flowers played like the number one receiver that we have been waiting for him to play like. Well, no, he's played like the number one receiver, but he had a really good day today. Zay was 5 receptions, 127 yards. And I'll put it up on the screen. Lamar Jackson had a perfect game. The man had a perfect, I don't know if it was a perfect passer rating or just overall perfect game. I'm going to put the list that he's on. It was an incredible list. We're going to have to start having that conversation that Lamar being the best quarterback in the NFL. Now, I know people are going to be like, what about Pat? I love Pat. But we're going to have to at least go 1A, 1B. We're at least going to have to do that. I think at this point, we can say that Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes are in their own category, of quarterbacks, and then it's Josh Allen leading that second category probably. But Lamar's dope. Lamar is a special type of player. Now he's done this before, but this is the first time he actually catching my eyes of him doing it. I saw Lamar step up in the pocket and deliver a beautiful, perfect pass. Now he's done that before, but this one looked a little more like the mechanics were just better, right? The man is special. The man ain't thrown an interception in 2 weeks. And he's really not even had an interception for it because the 2 he did throw were not his fault, if I remember correctly. Were not his fault. So just a great performance by Lamar Jackson. Now, granted, they were playing Denver, but Denver is a serious team now. They're 5-2, I think, coming into this game. So we can't sit here and be like, "Oh, Denver's this, Denver's this." No, Denver is good. Bo Nix is playing some good football. So excellent win, and it look like we're gonna get LJ number 3. It looked like we're gonna get third MVP by Lamar Jackson if he keep going this way. But I think I speak for all Baltimore fans, and I speak for all Lamar Jackson fans when I say another MVP really wouldn't do much for us but solidify what we already knew. It's about getting a Super Bowl, or at least getting to the Super Bowl. I think he has the talent. I wish they'd got a bigger receiver. I wish they would do something with their defense. Something has to happen with that defense. We have 41 points. And I'm sure every Baltimore Ravens fan was like, "Oh man, how are we gonna give up this lead?" You know what I mean? How are we gonna give up this lead? I remember texting my uncle saying they up 7. I think it was like 7-38 at the time, and I was like, "This game is probably gonna end really close, like 38-41." So, luckily that didn't happen, and we got away with the win. So, they play Cincinnati Thursday night. You know, you guys are gonna get that video on Thursday, and I think they're gonna win their next 2. Arizona. So, Arizona controlled this game from the word go. Kyler Murray was 13 for 20, 156 yards. Wasn't a big passing game on each side. Connor, 18 carries, 107 yards. It was a running game. And Caleb Williams running for his life. Caleb Williams was 23 for 41, 217 yards. The Duce had a good game, 5 receptions, 104 yards. So, I don't even know what to say on this game from the Bears' perspective. You couldn't block a soul. You couldn't block nobody. So I'm just going to throw this out. I'm not going to do no deep analysis on the Bears side. Just throw this out. But with Arizona, I put on my list, they're serious second-tier contenders. And I think I was wrong about that. The NFC in general is if you guys watch basketball, is the Eastern Conference, geographically and, like, realistically. So, like, if Arizona get hot, I can see them in the Super Bowl. If Jaden Daniels gets hot, I can see them in the Super Bowl. It's just so wide open, and I'm not confident enough in the big dogs in the NFC, the Eagles, the 49ers, Detroit. Even Detroit has a better chance than Detroit is a tier 1 contender, but I think they're, like, number 2. Because I would put the Eagles up there. And regardless of what you say about the 49ers have the pedigree, so I think they're going to be somewhere in the mix at the end, right? So, but somebody's going to have to get a wild card out of this division. And I think that wild card might either be the 49ers. It might be the 49ers, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's the Cardinals because I just can't see the Cardinals winning this division. Like, I believe in the Cardinals. I believe in the Cardinals more than anybody else. I said Kyler's going to win MVP this year, but I don't know. I don't know if I believe in them that much to go out on that hill. So, good win. They're leading their division right now. And the more to be seen. More will be seen. That's why we play the games. And so, we're going to get to Jordan Love. 23 for 39, 279 yards and interception. At a certain point, he shouldn't have been in this game. You were getting absolutely blasted by Detroit. I don't think Jordan should have played the second half. He was limping out there the whole way through. And so it's like the Joe Burrow thing from a few years ago, or I think it might have been last year. We're going to sacrifice him in this game when we could have sat him and just ran the offense through Josh Jacobs. It's just, I don't understand why they played him today when he was physically hurt. I just think they shouldn't have played him today. I think that was a miscalculation of resources, so to speak. But luckily, he got out of it safe. He got out of it healthy. But he's not right. He's not right now. Like when he was trying to roll out and he threw that interception, that's not a Jordan Love move. Well, the interception was, but being that careless with the ball, that to me that's not a Jordan Love thing. That's not from what I've seen. So, I don't think they should have played him today. But hey, he got out of scot-free. I think they had a loss anyway because Detroit is a buzzsaw right now. we're gonna have to start talking about Jared Goff and MVP conversation. So more needs to be seen from Green Bay, but I do think they're a second tier contender along there with Arizona. They could get a wild card and upset some people. They could also win the division and host a playoff game. So I think those two teams are kind of in the same type of category, but I think they shouldn't have played them today. So the last game on Sunday, the Eagles absolutely bludgeoning the Jacksonville Jaguars. So Jalen Hurts, 18 for 24, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. But honestly, he's not even a star of this show right now. I'm going to spend most of this talking about how crazy good Saquon is. 27 carries, 159 yards, a touchdown, and a receiving touchdown. And the receiving touchdown, first of all, a beautiful pass, a very accurate pass by Jalen. And he just caught it in his hands like he's a wide receiver. I posted on one of my social medias that Barkley must be what watching Marshall Faulk looked like back in the day. I'm from St. Louis. I have old heads who loved Marshall Faulk and that Greatest Show on Turf team. This must have been what it was to watch the Greatest Show on Turf. And I feel like I've referenced him a lot, but no, this is generally what it probably was like to watch. AJ, Devontae, Saquon, Jason Kelce last year when he was there before he retired, Nick Sirianni, just all the names in Philadelphia. Like, if Philadelphia is going to play like this, they're going to be a tough out. I spoke on my Monday night video about the two teams in the AFC being Baltimore and Kansas City. I think the two teams in the NFC might be Detroit, and at least right now, Detroit and Philly. I think those might be the two best teams in the NFC right now. I might be forgetting one. Let me know. There's a case for Jaden, but it's hard to pick a rookie over these two vets. So Saquon was excellent, but let's get into how they even got to 22-28. So Nick Sirianni kept trying his best to get touchdowns, even though you're up 10,000 points already. So at the end of the half, you're already up. You're up 10, and you're trying to tush push or trying to get a touchdown. You should have just got 3. The real tush push, they were already up at that point as well. You don't get that, and then you're up 22, and you don't take the field goal, and you go for it. That's 9 points right there. You kick all 3 of those field goals, you up 9, and you up almost 40. You up almost 40-7, 40-10, and the bad call on Saquon doesn't matter. The almost interception doesn't matter. It's a couple things that just do not matter at that point. If you take care of business, you're already up 10,000 points. Just take the field goals. There's no point for you to be extra at that point. So, needless to say, they got the win, but Nick Sirianni got to learn when to dial it back. You got to dial it back. So, I still love Nick Sirianni. He's a Super Bowl contender coach. He's been the one. So, who's to say what I know? So, I'm just speaking off what I think. So, but they got the win. A win is a win. But this game should have been 45-7. It shouldn't have ended 22-28. So, let me know what you guys think. Another great week of football. Got a chance to sit down and watch and all that great stuff. And I'll talk to you guys later. No, I'll talk to you guys, like I said last week, it's kind of like deja vu. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for the Cincinnati Ravens game. Peace.
Series. It is Murray on the key, but Series. Turn on the afterburners. He's gone. Series.
I'll see you, bro.